But the only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
What did you say?
A bolt of lightning.
Whoa, this is heavy. There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
What is up, guys? California Phantom here to bring you a very special Tesla video. This is involving the Yoke installation on my 22 Tesla Model Y Performance. I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube and elsewhere, and they're cumbersome, complicated, and if you're not a car guy, can scare you away. The purpose of this video is to make it more accessible, simple to follow, step-by-step instructions. I ordered this yoke off of EVBASE. They're a fantastic company, sterling reputation. The shipping was incredibly fast. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the description below, along with a coupon code for you guys. I really enjoyed them also because I had some custom requests involving the carbon fiber. A lot of the carbon fiber yokes that are out there are offering it exclusively as matte. They worked with me to get a gloss carbon fiber to match some of the other pieces that are in my car. So big shout out to EVBASE. They're a great company, and I definitely recommend you order through them.
If you see me coming, I'm about to get it started. Get it started. I'ma show you something that you never knew you wanted. Yeah, you want it. Claws out, unleashed, I'm a beast. Got the whole crowd. Party, make a scene. Gonna get loud, real proud, show my teeth. Go wild like an animal. Like an animal!
All right, so this is what our Tesla Model Y yoke looks like packaged. Comes in this nice, attractive bag here. Lots of foam, so we don't have to really worry about shipping issues. Over here, we're gonna move to our tool selection. It's a very small one. We have, of course, the 10mm socket. Seems to show up in every single setting when we're working on vehicles. We have the large breaker socket driver. You're going to want to make sure you have your 10mm auto hex bit. This is going to take out the center bolt of the yoke, so this is essential. I got all these things very inexpensive at Home Depot. Most of the things I had, with the exception of that guy there. So an additional driver socket to remove the 10mm on the 12-volt battery. We have needle nose pliers is going to help us out at some point, and these small screwdrivers here are going to be used to eject the airbag from the original steering wheel so we can place it in the new one. This is, again, don't overwhelm you guys. Very, very simple tools. I got this Torx kit, and we're going to need that because we're going to need a T25 Torx driver somewhere along this to remove the guts of this when we're transferring the internals of the old one to the new one. But that's it, guys. Very, very small tool set. Let's get to it. First things first, we're getting the plastic off. This is going to be simple. You just kind of have to pull it up. They're held in with clips, so just want to be, gentle about it. Don't force it too much. No force is really needed. Take this out of the way here. We're going to need to get this unit out. It's all one solid piece. This is part of your filtration unit. It's just a single 10mm bolt on each side. And once you take the 10mm out, it just pops, the whole unit pops right out. So it's just as simple as that to remove. All right, once we're done there, we're going to be taking off the negative side of the battery. So we're going to be taking care of this 10mm bolt, disconnect that. And then over here, we're going to be taking this disconnection. This is the fire department's disconnection to the main battery system. One bolt, one connector, and it'll be completely dead. Something to keep note, Once you disconnect these systems, you cannot open the doors using the electronic door handles. So make sure you leave everything open, maybe perhaps even your window down as insurance, so that if you happen to close it or it gets shut by a gust of wind, you can still access the door manually by the manual pull handle. Okay, so disconnect this side first. So we're just popping this nut. No big deal. More difficult to do with one hand trying to record everything, but you know, I do this stuff for you guys so everybody can understand what it takes start to finish. That feels, yep, that went off there. Make sure that doesn't touch. Get that out of the way there. And then we're gonna do this here. There we go. All right. So she's dead officially. DOA. Call it. As soon as I unplugged that, the entire system stopped. All right, so we're trying to get basically fit your screwdriver in through here and on the other side through here at the same time, and you're gonna pop this airbag off. So that's the whole goal, to get the screwdrivers through here, pop the airbag. Let's see. I got it. All right. So now that I got it out, finally, we just need to unplug a few things. You want to get these tabs here, tab 1 and tab 2. You're going to need to get both of these down in order to get the airbag off. So all right, that let go pretty easily there. There's your connector for your airbag. Pretty simple thing. Right. Same thing as the other one. You want one needle nose on one side, one on the other, and there we go. All right, so this is when our breaker ratchet comes into place. We're gonna be putting this 10 millimeter on here, main bolt, and then give it a crank and try and loosen the bolt. All right, there we go. One foul swoop, we got it. Okay, this is one chunky bolt, and we got it. Thank you. You know, you're definitely gonna, like I said, can't emphasize this enough. Having the leverage with this long of a driver really helps. So we're gonna leave this here. We should be able to, at this point, be able to wiggle it off, and there she goes. One foul swoop. So let's move on to the second phase, which is taking the guts out of this thing and putting it into the new yoke. All right, so we're in sort of the phase 2 of this operation. I have my T25, and I'm going to be loosening up these screws here. You don't want to get these mixed up or lost, so hang on to them. We're going to need some pliers here on these 3 points to pop the assembly out. This is for your horn, so we're going to remove this next using a set of pliers here. Okay, there goes that one. That goes that one. All right, so you know, you can really only need, you don't need to bend both of them at the same time. If you kind of bend one, both of them want to go. So I just continued working at it. This carbon fiber faceplates that I added to my stock steering wheel really made things more difficult. But as you can tell, I got most of it out now. I'm just trying to get the last little bit to give without breaking anything. I'm trying to, you know, not use too much force here. There we go. All right. So we managed to get the guts out here. So we're just going to need to unplug the heated steering wheel element, and that's going to need to come out here. This is the heating element here, so we're going to salvage this box and these boxes for these boxes here, and we're going to be putting them onto the new yoke off camera here. So we're going to be kind of reusing all of this and then attaching the fascia to the new steering wheel. So I attached the new pieces from the standard. These are just the screws that I showed in the previous clip. I reattached them, super boring, nothing going on there, but the fun part is about to commence, and that is throwing this bad boy back into the new unit. So the thing that you want to take care of the most is making sure the heating element gets plugged in and tucked away so that it's not in the way. So screwed in the 4 screws. Now I'm putting the horn clips back in. We want to make sure those get home correctly. There's really only one way you can do it, so check the clips. They look in. There we go. Now take your moment to marvel at it. We are 90% done. All right. So we're putting in steering wheel. It can only go one way, really. There we go. Make sure that's in. Next, we're applying what I call the Jesus nut. It's an aeronautical term related to helicopters. Without the nut, the helicopter falls out of the sky. That's why they call it the nickname, the Jesus nut. So with that said, you're going to want to make sure this is ungodly tight. You know, remember back from the beginning of the video how hard I had to take it off? You want to make sure you're going beyond that to put it back on, because you don't want your steering wheel coming off in the middle of traffic. That would give you a bad day. All right, I'm starting to get resistance now. Get it as hard as I can left. Okay. And then, because pulling down is easier for me to do, I'm going to do that with this. All right. And we're done. Now we got the airbag module. We want to make sure everything is out of the way. Our spring is in the back. You want to make sure you got that spring to hold the airbag. I don't know if that was well covered, but you want to make sure you put that in there before you put the spring assembly in. So you got that in. Okay, we just attached the airbag. And all right, we heard the click. And with this final piece, we are all done. I hope this video helped you decide whether or not you're going to take on installing a yoke in your Model Y. I know you won't regret it. It was a very simple task for me. Something to keep in mind that I don't think I really captured very well is making sure you install the retaining clip for the airbag. That's essential, and it doesn't really look like I showed it in that video very well. When you're putting in the guts, make sure you put in that clip first. It's in the picture here. You want to address that. Make sure you put the clip in, follow the video. You'll get it done in no time. If a guy like me can handle it, anybody can install it. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop me a comment letting me know if you're going to get the Model 3 or Model Y steering yoke, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.